Yep. Of course, it's not letting me type where I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay. Y'all ready?
I gotta know what Madrid's reading. Seems very intense.
Oh, I'm still looking at my financial aid balance, and it has not been
Oh,
applied to my account. So I owe the school some money. So
damn,
I'm
man.
waiting to see if they're just dragging their feet on approving of these things.
I just paid my shit, so
Such a fucking pain in the ass. Or, worst case scenario, I've hit my financial aid limit and have to either get a private loan or pay for it out of pocket.
That's what they want.
it's better than
Really
federal.
don't.
Well, paying out of pocket is better than having student loans. So
I already have student loans. Like, fuck. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm not exactly jumping out of my skin to come out of probably close to 5 bands out of pocket.
Hmm.
Um,
That's fair.
that would be all of the bands. Like,
that put me in the hole of a few bands at least.
Oh, shit.
That's oof.
yeah. So. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully they're just dragging their feet because I didn't do my what's it called?
FAFSA.
So
The FAFSA until like a couple weeks ago. I'm thinking that's what it
it
is.
wasn't due
But
till like last week.
yeah, I did it before then. So
Right.
I
You
mean
know
I
they
that.
did mine
applied
last
the
week, the day it was due. But then
Damn.
again, I
they
was also like not doing any loans or anything. So
mm, yeah. I mean I got a little Pell grant, but that's like $740.
Woo.
I could pay that.
That's
Like,
enough for a book,
Yeah.
a
One's.
singular book.
right. The physical, not the online one.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I don't need
Yeah.
books and shit.
Oh, you will.
You're in college.
Mechatronic
You will.
certification. I'm going for an associate's.
Fair
I
enough.
have multiple certifications under my belt, and I have one or two
It's
books
it's
from.
it's best it's best to just assume that they're gonna make you get a book, even if you barely use the book. But you may be able to get away with like finding the PDF online. I've had
Hmm.
teachers provide a PDF for us, um,
That's pretty sweet.
or like maybe get it used, or maybe you can rent it for cheaper.
Mm.
Typical book
Hmm.
woes. But yeah, it's always best to act under that assumption that they're
Yeah.
gonna hit you with a book. or some useless piece of technology that's only specific
Oh,
for
I've
this one shining moment.
yeah, I paid tech fees, that's for sure. Like, so we'll see what that gets to. But this is a video game podcast, not a an educational uh,
It's edutainment.
edutainment.
Entertainment.
Yeah, so Marvel
PBS?
Tokon had its open beta over the weekend, and I was already like getting more and more excited for the game, like as it's been getting closer. And
Yeah.
yeah, the beta just 100% sold me. Like at no point, because towards the end of the first night of me playing, I started just like going down the character list and just like I need to try everybody who's in this beta. And so I just did a bunch of different team compositions to kind of like get the feel of like everybody. And there was nobody that I played that I was just like, no. There was nobody that was absolutely not. Uh, there were apparently Magic was one of the most played characters in the beta, and she was the
Yeah.
anchor of
Sword
the
characters
majority.
got hella range, like between her and Blade. Like Blade was like probably the second most played character. So it's like
That's pretty
Magic
awesome.
and Blade were number one and two. And honestly, if kind of with like her skill set, Magic has like Shoto elements because she has a fireball, she has a DP, so she kind of has that like type of balance. But then she's got her portal situation,
Yeah,
which
so her
you
range
can like
game can.
you can get to mixing. And she's got an install. I don't think any other character really has an install either.
Yeah,
Um,
because
oh yeah,
by last
exactly.
week, I don't think it had happened yet, but they announced the first DLC character, which is Phoenix Cyclops.
Let's go! My
So
boy at his most arrogant.
yeah, so that's the first DLC character, and it
Yeah.
already like
Like,
Yeah,
the
they basically
reason.
came out and said, yeah, we would have wanted to put Cyclops in the base roster. However, we wanted to use this version of Cyclops, and yeah, he wouldn't really fit on this X-Men team.
he would not.
Right.
What's the
So,
backstory of Phoenix
Okay, so
Cyclops?
number one, this entire thing is Captain America's fault. This really comes out of Avengers versus X-Men, and basically, things escalate to a point where Tony's like, if I make a big enough gun, I can deal with the Phoenix Force. You know, the cosmic embodiment of life itself.
Mm-hmm.
right.
So it's split into five. The Phoenix Five,
The Phoenix Five.
which was Cyclops, Emma, Namor, I want to say Magic, and let me double check. But basically, Scott basically declares war on humanity and really starts just going at it. Oh, Magic was part of Magic and Colossus were the last two members of the Phoenix Five. But yeah, Scott was it was to the point that multiple X-Men, even Magneto had to stop him and say, "Scott, you're starting to sound like me."
Bro, you are wildin'.
And you know what Scott replies to that man with? "No, I don't sound like you because I'm winning."
Damn.
Like that is one of those scenes that makes me go, Scott is like the X-Men. That is he's the fucking best.
Yeah, and Marvel Games continues to fucking synergize like with Marvel animation in a way that's just fucking broken. Cause of course, right before the Marvel Tokon beta, the episode that we got of X-Men '97 was the Danger episode, and so
Yep.
just it's like the synergy they X-Men '97 single-handedly is making me play so many Marvel games.
Yeah, that's how they get you. They get you firmly in their cult. trap you in the silo of all of their games, media, property, magazines, or comic books. Yeah, and I really like Danger. She's on my team. So I right now like the team that I was running was Magic, Danger, Blade, and Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mine were.
Probably not my best team because I was actually like in the first betas I was really fucking with Captain America and
Mm-hmm.
Star Lord. And Cap is a fucking monster. He controls that neutral.
Yeah, Cap.
He looks at the neutral and says, "This is mine."
But my team was Magic, Spider-Man, Storm, and Shuri for the most part. Occasionally,
Yeah,
Storm would get switched out for Doom, and occasionally Shuri would get switched out with Iron Man, and so. But yeah,
Yeah.
Magic and
I wish I-
Spider-Man,
I
I
wish I
was
had
getting
the-
loose with them.
I wish I had the discipline and the button capabilities of being able to play Shuri. Cause she's the fastest character on the roster, and like all of her unique moves are just like movements that can really like get into the mixing.
Yeah, she's a
Like,
character I would need to
her shit
learn
is
more.
crazy.
Yeah.
I need a fight stick. Playing this beta hurt my thumb so fucking bad.
Oh, damn.
And it happened the last couple of times that the beta came out too. I'm like, bro, I gotta get a fucking fight stick. I can't do this.
I don't. My
thumbs hurt.
how
That or
I don't
that.
even know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or pad.
I mean, I have my fight stick. At no point during this beta was I like I should plug in my fight stick. Like I'm really just good on controller for at least for this.
I can't say I'd be better because I'm used to using controller, but like I
You'd
don't
be
need
more
that
comfortable.
physical pain in my life. Like, Jesus. Some days my index finger already hurts from all the fucking mouse clicking I have to do at my goddamn job.
That's
So I don't want to have a fucked up index finger and thumb.
that's a reality.
Shit. What if I need to do this? What if I need to play the world's smallest violin? What if I need to do the millennial? No, not the millennial. The Gen Z.
The Gen Z, is that right? I hate it.
However the fuck they do it. I'm like, yo, that's not a heart.
That-
Like, come on. Let's keep it a bean here. That's not a fucking heart.
I thought they did like the gang sign thing with the little whatever.
That's
Gangsta.
303.
No, that's like we do this. That's the millennial. I don't know. They do it like with just two fingers, but it also
Chris,
kind of
you
looks
about-
like a
are
gang
you about
sign.
to pop your domain and smash it? Chris over here, Moiki Tunkai. Oh shit! I almost let y'all see my work shirt.
Unfortunately, I
I
was
don't need
able to
people thinking
change
this is
both
an
words.
advertisement.
But yeah, token.
Oh no, I'm just wearing this because I like the shirt.
Ah,
I like the cut of it. I don't have to wear it.
the Tokon
It's
beta.
valid.
I think it's my one problem with the game is the different editions that they're selling. Cause
Oh.
I think the base game is 60, which
Mhm.
not horrible. Like originally my plan was just to get the base game, like do DLC characters like as they interest me. But there's not an edition that just lets you buy the game,
Yeah.
the DLC pass, and the colors, because they're like, it's Arc System Works. They're cooking with their recolors already, but
Yeah.
there's a bunch of like avatar and lobby shit that I really don't give a flying fuck about. That's at like the medium tier of this. And all the shit that I really care about is on the Ultimate Edition. I'm like, I'm not about to
damn.
spend $100 fucking dollars.
That's
on-
a lot.
Yeah, I mean it's a fighting game, so Like,
It's still a GTA number.
$100. And that comes with the DLC pass.
yeah, that comes with the DLC pass, the character pass, the
No.
stage pass, a shit ton of colors.
If I really liked the fighting game, I would get that edition simply because it covers the fighter pass.
Yeah,
Because I mean I don't buy piecemeal characters because they're more expensive that way in the long run, unless you literally just get that one character. But I never see a good reason just to get the one character over like getting the group, because there's going to be a discount on the group. And it's like, well, I paid $8 for this one character, and now I'm paying $15 to get the other three. That doesn't make sense to me.
yeah.
Right?
Guilty
I'd
Gear
rather just pay.
Strive. Like, it's really Arc System Works in particular. Because on Guilty Gear Strive, I just bought the ones I wanted. And Street Fighter, I really might get the Year 4 Ultimate Pass just for Tifa, but I could also just get Tifa and all her shit and call it a day. And that would still work out to be cheaper than the money I would waste on characters I'm never going to play. Like, if there were anything...
But what if you got that character, like you bought the pass, you just like, fuck it, I got this character, let me try it, and they're actually your guy.
There's
Like,
a shit ton of characters.
Sometimes you're drawn to a character, and they just don't work for you. But sometimes there's this character that's like, I mean, they're whatever. But then you play them, it's like, man, fuck.
Yeah,
It's
me
like they
and
were
Brad
made for me.
going back and forth in Street Fighter 6 lately has been... Because that's like,
It sucks.
I'm just trying to get my sea legs in Street Fighter 6 for when Tifa drops. And... yeah. I'm not having a great time of it, but, you know, I'm having a better time than I've had with...
You're playing Radic. He's low-key monstrous.
Yeah. Which when I go into casual matches helps. Somehow it's just not translating over into ranked matches because he's like a unique kind of monster. So it's like
I'm ranked like right like pretty much my last instance of playing a game, which was between Marvel Rivals matches. Like I was playing ranked with Lana in Rivals, and then she had to hop off, and it was before everybody else got on. So I was like, let me play a little Tokon for today. And I was like, I haven't done ranked yet. Let me try that. And it was going good until it wasn't.
I did
Yeah,
one ranked match, and I got demoted out of silver. I did so bad. Like,
Spider-Man, you broke bitch. Yeah, I also got demoted out of silver.
and I called it there.
Because clearly I'm fighting somebody else in silver. And and now I'm losing points in bronze for fighting somebody in silver. Make sense.
Are there not lobbies to where you guys can play each other yet?
Yeah, so the one problem, they did have private rooms. The problem was, so Madrid, you actually said something about it, which made sense at the time, but now that I look back at it, it doesn't make sense. So they had private rooms, and basically when I go into a private room, I just give people the passcode and they could just join in. The problem with that was the only kind of room they had was just open battles, which is what we were doing in like just the like online lobbies anyway. The like everybody spectates and whoever's next goes in, like fights winner rotational rooms weren't available. So you could just go into a private room by yourself and like queue for casual matches, queue for ranked matches, and fight somebody individually. But so you were saying that it's a beta. They want people like in the online lobbies, but the fact that they gave you the option to be isolated in a more effective way than... Because the rotational rooms would have had us playing matches and would have had us spectating. We would have been interacting with the online system.
it is weird that they didn't do that, but they have the private rooms. The only thing I could think of for that is, they know that more prominent figures in the community would be streaming it, and they're like, all right, well, we'll create this open place for them to go and congregate, even though it's not. We didn't finish up with the rotational thing, which is, I don't know. The only other option, like, was it just grayed out? Like they didn't.
Yeah.
It just wasn't an option. It
Yeah.
was like it's there, but it's
Yep.
not available.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because when you
they
went
might
to
not
like
have
the
been.
custom room setup,
Yeah.
it was like a list of like 3 or 4 different kinds, and like tournaments that made sense. It was grayed out, but the only one was just open room, which is effectively those little areas we were standing in the lobby. It was just
Right,
one
right,
of
right.
those in a private
Because
space.
they didn't even have that in those rooms, did they? Like the rotational battles.
No, that's why I wanted to go to, because rotational
Yeah.
rooms
So it
are
it
gonna
seems
be
like
a
they
thing.
just don't. It seems like they just didn't have that available at all, right?
Yeah,
So if
right.
that wasn't available at all,
Yeah, a lot of the things
Yeah.
that would have made how we were playing a bit more automatic, because even ranked, you couldn't queue for ranked from the lobby. You would have to back out and go through the battle menu to queue into ranked, even though the things in the lobby said queue for casual / ranked. There were just like a couple of like, this thing's here, but we're just not making it
Yeah, yeah.
like in the full game.
guess
There'll
it
be
just-
an easy way to do this, but we're just not making
Yeah,
it easy now.
yeah, I'm guessing that everything's just not fully optimized yet, and they're still, they didn't,
But they got the gameplay down.
At
and
that
that's
point, it
what
would have
really
just been like,
matters.
here's the full game, type shit.
They could have done that. They could have had Deadpool, Loki. They really could have been like, here's the whole fucking game. Carnage could have been in there.
Yeah, because they were still missing a few characters. Like, did you play the episodes mode at all? I know it was just they literally just had one team that was available, I think.
I did the first, so it was only the Spider-Man team, the Amazing Guardians, that was the team that was available. I did the first, because it's anime cutscenes that fucking cooked, amazing production levels for Marvel anime, especially. Amazing. You could tell the PlayStation Studios money went to an anime studio in Japan for those. But then they also did motion comics. So I did the first 2 sections of motion comics. I did the anime, the general just kind of Earth's Mightiest Heroes, get an invitation. I did all those cutscenes. And then there was a fight of Spider-Man versus the Green Goblin that was 1 round, and I had already done some online, so I beat the shit out of the Green Goblin. And then it went back to motion comics, and I finished that before people
Was it
started.
just a 1v1?
Yes, 1v1
Or
with
you-
1 round. Maybe you could have unlocked more. Maybe it was literally the first fight of the story mode, and when I say it lasted sub 15 seconds, it was just, I kind of pulled out 1 combo and he died. So, but it does look interesting, the presentation of the motion comics and the anime cutscenes, it's all fully voiced. I liked it.
Yeah. They definitely put the production value into this game. And they did address a lot of the issues with the other betas, or complaints, or things that people pointed out with this one. So I know this was an open beta, but I still feel like they're going to be taking that feedback, even if it's not available by the first patch or the launch of the game. I could see them getting their roadmap together for what they want to do for the next couple patches.
Yeah, it's Arc System. They're really good and receptive about like feedback on their games. Like they don't just take anything and everything, but like the legitimate concerns players have. Guilty Gear Strive has come a long way from launch. Dragon Ball Fighters has come a long way from launch. So
I remember there was like the tournament mode in Fighters was legitimately broken when the game came out. Like for the longest, that was probably the only trophy. It could still be the only trophy that I'm missing because I didn't go back and do it.
yeah, fighting games. The only time I really
and there was no private lobby back then. You would just go over to the side and create your own little ring inside of a lobby, and you would just see two people up there flipping. So yeah, even just the fact that you can set up your own private lobby is a huge step forward, you know. But shouts out to them for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of disgusting combos coming out of it. And a lot of people do play it like a single player fighter, but with assists. I switch.
Yeah,
because like you leave a lot of mix on the table by not basically sandwiching your opponent, and then once they think, like, all right, well, I'm gonna keep fighting your point character, and then you just switch over to your side character because they leave you like a generous window.
Yeah, the window is
successfully
good.
land your assist. That they will sit there for a second, like, hey, do you want to use me?
Yeah,
you can kind of get that mix in right now.
And then like saying. The one that would get people every single time would be the use my assist, let it linger a second, do my switch, and then use my other assist.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. You have it being a 4v4, you have 3 assists, which just kind of opens the door for you to be doing all types of bullshit.
Yeah, which, you know, you do have to unlock it, so that's kind of the one thing. So there is this like meta game of like figuring out what, like, you know, making sure that you get your other assists by doing a wall break on the right, doing a wall break on the left, if you wanted like a certain hero, or like nailing this specific combo to pull them out, depending on like your location.
Well, it's a grab.
So there is
also,
an aspect to it.
I think just getting off a grab gives you one.
Yeah, getting off a grab, getting off your square auto combo on the side will do it as well.
For certain
there's
characters,
a bunch of different
some
ways.
Characters don't wall break off of their auto combo, and that's something I noticed about like experimenting. Certain characters won't get that wall break to get you another character off of their auto combo, but some will. Like, for sure, I'd say the majority of people will, but some I know for a fact will not.
Well, you know, there's there's layers to it. Also, you can lose a round and unlock a character that way.
Yeah.
So there's a way for everybody. So if you're just getting drilled, you will at least get access to your other characters. And there's a mechanic if you're down 2 rounds, or you know, if your opponent's one round away from winning, and you unlocked all of your other characters, and you have 150 in your gauge, you can do a Tokana symbol super, which is that shit destroys the opponent health bar. So they kind of give you like hey, here's a last resort option. You know, here's something you could do to maybe turn the tide. So they have mechanics in there. It's a very user friendly, like a new player friendly type of game. There are combo demons that are out there, but
yeah, that's the thing.
If the attachment rate is high, and you know the casuals stay away from ranked for a while, it will shape up the way it needs to.
Yeah, this is going into this game. We have probably the best overall goodwill that I've seen for like a fighting game in a really long time.
Yeah, it could have been Avatar that had really good goodwill, but you know they
They
decided to employ Mike Z,
right.
which shot themselves right in the fucking foot with that one,
Well,
and
that
then hide it until people pointed it out. Like, hey,
also for
it's your
me
man.
personally, that game looked kind of budget, and I know it wasn't a full price title, but
Yeah,
like
I
the
mean that's not a problem. Like that game is really fucking sick. It just
Yeah, that game's sick.
sucks. It just sucks that that there's a big ass asterisk
this guy
attached to
already
it.
went and fucked up the Skullgirls community. Like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, while we were talking positively about Tokon, there was a couple negative aspects leading into it. First of all, the right before the beta launch, the PSN was down. While I was at work for this, and I was actually able to remotely download the Tokon beta to my PlayStation during the outage with no issues. Uh, but PSN was down, and of course that led to everybody like, "Oh, your digital future. Well, you can't play your digital games right now." I'm like, "Yes, you can if you have your primary." That's part of the reason I had to get my primary back. Is if PSN is down, I can play all my digital games on my digital only console. It's just like people are looking for fuel and just fucking like trying to spark
I
shit
mean,
that's not flammable.
or it's still a valid point, regardless of the like, regardless of who's affected. Like somebody's affected by it, and it
You
does
can't.
cause issues ultimately.
Yeah,
So
you
just
can't
because it didn't
fully.
affect you personally or me in this case, it still sucks, especially at the launch of a beta. You know,
Also, you
and it
can't
just it's
play
kind of just
online only
highlighted.
games, right?
Right.
So I mean, unless you were like in the mood to play a single player game
Like
that you
Yeah,
downloaded,
you
like
know
you
Halo.
have.
nobody, you know nobody plays single player games anymore.
Like the Halo
Oh,
early access that had just dropped, or Densha Attack, which I had just bought, or
Right.
like there was. That's the thing. Like, if you're not online, you can't play a always online game. But people were like, "Oh, see, this is a like a. You probably don't have your primary." Like the two instances where if the PSN is down and you can't play, well, three if you include an always online game. If you don't have your primary, or if you haven't logged into your PSN, I think it's for 90 days. That like anytime you
Mm.
authenticate a license, it's just nascently active on your console for 90 days. So yeah, if you
Mhm.
haven't used your PlayStation in the last 90 days and you hop on and you're trying to play a always online game on not your primary system, like I could see you being royally fucked. But I don't know.
Yeah. What
Over
about
the
all the
past
people that
couple
are
of
game
weeks,
sharing? Like you
like
even pointed out how you went out of your way to get your, well, not even out of your way, but you made sure that you got your primary back because of these types of situations.
it wasn't
However,
because of this.
that indicates that you would have liked to continue game sharing and have that option set up, right? However, you know that you can get fucked over some stupid shit. So you're like, well, instead of doing this thing that was really convenient for both parties, I have to look out for myself and ensure I don't lose data or I'm locked out of my games or X, Y, and Z. So I'm just saying, it just sucks that people have to deal with that situation because of corporate greed and them being unable to figure out a better system that works for everybody.
Yeah, because I mean, PlayStation does consistently or has
That's,
more consistently gone down,
yeah,
Well,
and it
Xbox
doesn't seem
no.
like that.
it
Yeah.
was. So this most
Right.
recent outage.
Because Halo's coming out.
So Xbox
This
got
is what it is.
DDoS attacked because Halo's coming out, but the PlayStation outage wasn't even on PlayStation. It was on Amazon Web Services, which when that fucks up, it fucks up a lot more than your.
because that doesn't go down often. That shit goes down all the fucking time.
Yeah, I mean, look, all right, so because I'm sick and tired of all the bitching. Like I've been listening to fewer podcasts.
People be mad.
Look,
getting mad 'cause
here, no,
people
no,
get
no. I'm
mad?
going to give you. Here's the thing, because I'm tired of hearing it. You have an option to affect change. The PlayStation community is organizing a blackout where you completely take your system offline. Don't buy or play anything for a solid week to send a message to Sony. And this is honestly the best organ. Everybody's like, "Oh, I'm canceling my PlayStation Plus." That same week, everybody canceled their PlayStation Plus. They got more subscribers than cancellations because of the discount on Black Ops 1 and 2 coming to PlayStation. So, like, y'all are fighting a
So
losing
what we're
battle.
saying is Call of Duty players do not deserve rights.
I'm just saying, these people who are out here acting all high and mighty and righteous.
Idea that most of this shit is going on.
But it doesn't matter because when at the end of the day the line has still gone up for PlayStation, like I refuse to cancel my PlayStation Plus. I am going to. I bought Densha Attack this week. That's only available digitally. I'm going to continue when I buy Tokon. It's going to be digitally. Here's the thing: you can affect change. As a disgruntled user, you can affect change. But how many of you are going to have the backbone and the willingness to not buy Wolverine when it drops? Not buy GTA this fall. Not play Marvel Tokon. Get rid of your PlayStation Plus so you can't play any online games, including Marvel Rivals. Like, how many, just go down the list of...
Switch 2. It's over.
I'm surprised it's not there already. Yeah, that's the thing. Yep. Are you going to leave all your cosmetics behind to not use your PlayStation? To play it on... That's the thing. PlayStation has been in this dominant position, which is why they're making these boneheaded mistakes. And they're going to double down on them because as much... legitimately all the negative comments on Twitter, those are only hurting small developers in a noticeable way, because every tweet that Sony has put out, they dogpile on, and all the comments are about digital games. When they upload a trailer to their YouTube, downvoted into oblivion, all the comments are about physical games. But when the indie developers are like,
we can't
"Hey,
use Twitter. We can't use Twitter as an indicator on the pulse of society. It's nothing but fucking
it's breaking out of Twitter." Like, legitimately, one of my coworkers who has an Xbox One asked me, like, "How do you feel about this?" And I gave her my honest. It's like, I have not bought a physical game for my PlayStation in 10 years. Like, that's really the level of, because I stopped when my PS4 launched, when the disk drive stopped working in that, I started going digital. And then by the time I got my PS4 Pro, I don't think I bought any physical games after that. My launch PS5 was digital only, and my PS5 Pro has been digital only. Like, I have the option to put a disk drive, but I'm not about to go and spend the money to use that when I've felt zero need to use it. But here's the thing. If you want to affect change, hit their daily active users, hit their active subscribers on PlayStation Plus, hit their buy your games physically. You have 2 years left on physical games. Buy only physical games, play them offline, even though Halo, somebody thought they were dunking so fucking hard on PlayStation. I'm like, you just look fucking stupid. And that's the thing. if you have legitimate dunks or legitimate concerns, I'll hear you out. But if you are trying to dunk on PlayStation, and someone's like, "Oh, I got an early copy of," and this is before the pre-launch. Somebody got a physical copy of Halo Campaign Evolved, a primarily single-player game, physically for PlayStation, put it in their console, offline, it did nothing. And they're like, "See this? This is why I'm never going to buy a digital game." And it's like, I had 0 issues out of my digital copy of Campaign Evolved. And then, so it's like, you guys are standing up for discs that are just authentication keys for a digital download that you have to do anyway. Like, as far as preservation goes, as far as buying physical games is not preserving games. Like, any game, physical or digital, is being ripped off of all of these consoles. The PS5's been jailbroken for almost a year now. You can put any disc or any digital game that's on a hard drive into a jailbroken PS5 and get those files off and run those files through other means. And I know for a fact you can do all of those things. So that is
the emulation for the PS5 has gotten a lot better in the last 2 weeks since they've announced that they're going to only digital games.
Right, but I mean, it was already a valid avenue of like that's been a possibility since long before they announced their
The emulation?
yeah.
Well, yeah, but no one
With
was
the jailbreaking
working on it
process.
like that.
No,
Right.
people, yes, for sure.
No, but
Since-
it like got
since-
since they announced that they actually like started working on it wholeheartedly. Like
Well-
people were actually using their time to make it start working.
Well, no,
in the last few
Bloodborne
weeks.
sickos for the past year since people found out that the root keys for the PlayStation 5 were available on that like physical copy of a Star Wars racing game. Like once
Yeah.
people found out and were able to jailbreak through that method, people have been working. It's Bloodborne sickos. At the end of the day, it is FromSoft Bloodborne sickos that have been pushing forward the PS4 and PS5 emulation with their whole chest.
Bloodborne already is able to be played on a PS4 emulation. So why would you do the PS5 emulation?
To get 60 FPS and higher resolution.
If you're emulating on a PC, you can already do that through
No,
the emulator.
You cannot Bloodborne. You cannot force to run at higher frame rates through the PS4 emulator. People are running it on jailbroken PS5, removing those limitations. Yeah, PS4. First of all, PS4, PS5 emulation is not foolproof. PS3 emulation still isn't foolproof on PC. There are PS3 games that just straight up won't run on our PCS3, the PS3 emulator that's been around for fucking years now. There are games on GameCube that don't run 100% on Dolphin. Even you could have two 5090s and just like the most baller ass CPU on the planet, and that doesn't remove the limitations that exist within those emulators. And so Bloodborne is a particular example. Like, in theory, Bloodborne running in boost mode on my PS5 Pro should be running at 4K 120 FPS. But because of the architecture of that game in particular, it doesn't. So people have been putting in work, jailbreaking PS5s, running like unpatched versions of Bloodborne on like jailbroken hardware too. So yeah, that excuse, like, yes, it has picked up, but I'm not going to discredit the work of the people who've been going sicko mode on this since long before PlayStation was like, we're not doing physical discs.
Yeah, I hear you.
Like the jailbreak method was like out there. Like you could probably wait a couple software updates and jailbreak your existing PS5. Like if you want to really remove it and remove that daily active user, you just won't have access to PSN, and that'll be that. I mean, but yeah, there's a week long blackout that is being organized by the community from August 23rd through the 30th. But the last week of
A whole
August.
month from now.
Oh,
Well,
that's easy. I'll be in school.
yeah, and I mean, it's real convenient that they're going to hurt their monthly active users before they're probably going to hit two of their annual peaks. Like, Wolverine's going to drop, big first party single player game that a lot of people are going to play. That's going to spike it in September, and then GTA 6 comes out in November. You aren't organizing it for the week of GTA 6. You aren't organizing it for the week of Wolverine. The two, like, that's the thing. People are canceling their PSN, but legitimate, or PS Plus, more people are subscribing to PS Plus than they're losing because they have all the
I don't want to
cards.
see that article because I haven't seen anything that states that as fact. And it's if you want to share it with me after the podcast, that's fine. So we don't go
Yeah.
quiet for too long. But I mean,
if
I
people
hear you.
if people are still canceling their PS Pluses, I mean, I think some of that is emblematic of them just being like, all right, bro, if this is the type of shit y'all are on, then I'm done with it. You know, like I don't care if this doesn't impact any change on my end or on their end, whatever. I'm not giving you my little $15 a month. I'm not renewing my fucking $125 a year, 35, whatever the fuck is that now, a year membership. You know, I'm reevaluating those things with myself,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
honestly, I think that's more valid.
Yeah.
Well, not more valid, but
I
I think
just,
that's just as valid.
I just don't
Because if you're
think.
over it, you're over it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, if it's not
And that's
getting in the way
okay.
of what you play, how you engage, maybe you go buy an Xbox for some ungodly reason. You know, maybe this is your introduction that pushes you to PC. Maybe you're like, fuck it,
But a
I'm just
lot of
gonna
those people,
play my little
if
indie
like,
games.
if
I'm gonna
what you're
play
bitching
whatever
about is
online game I
physical
can play
games,
without it.
have fun on PC. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, if like,
So the problem isn't
Actually,
the
they just
physical
figured.
games;
Actually,
it's
a
the
guy did
monopoly
make.
that PlayStation is going to have on the games. We've talked about this for the last 2 to 3 weeks. I feel like there will
Yeah.
be a monopoly. That's what people are pissed about because PlayStation will control the price of the games. There is no monopoly on PC because you can go to GOG Games and download every single bit of that file and have it for yourself. You can go to Steam, who has proven time and time again that they're not trying to screw over the consumer. You can play games on Epic. I don't know why you would, but you can do it. There's multiple avenues to buy games on PC. There's one avenue to buy games in 2028 on PlayStation.
and zero people have bitched about that from the NES to
Oh,
the
no,
Switch. No,
that's
no,
not
no, no,
true.
no. Zero
That's
people
people
have
have
bitched
bitched about
about
that.
that. No, zero people bitched about that on the Nintendo
I've
side
heard the
from the
people bitching about
NES
that.
to the Switch too.
They pointed out that argument, like them getting rid of this is going to handicap so many different things. Like,
But wait, what do you mean from like the NES to the Switch too?
The only
Because
avenue for you to get Nintendo games at any point in time, especially digitally, so sticking from the Wii, where you didn't even have an account, if you lost your Wii, you were just fucked. Like, all your games were just gone. All your saves were just gone. So, let's even go back to the Wii. So, first of all, Nintendo printed only so many NES, SNES, Nintendo 64 cartridges per game. Like, that was a manufacturing process entirely handled by Nintendo, which is why third party companies would make shell companies to publish more games, because they would be able to, like, say, hey, these two different companies are doing these two different games, so we get a longer yearly allotment, or a higher number of yearly allotments from Nintendo on pressing physical games back before digital. But then going into the digital realm, DSi, Wii, either of those, no unified account system. If you bought downloadable titles from those, they were locked to that system. That's it. Like, no, I got a new Wii, I want to transfer everything. Like, that's not happening. Like, your physical games are coming over, but everything else is trapped to that particular MAC address on that particular system. Go on to, like, so right now, Switch and Switch 2 have a unified account system. They are literally selling for full price cartridges that contain 0% of the game on them. The same way, because that was one of the things going through the Switch generation, is over PlayStation and over Xbox, for the most part, you would have the entire game on the cartridge you put in your system, play offline, take it with you, like, no. And even Nintendo has a 90-day, so if you don't authenticate your digital licenses on Switch for 90 days, and you try and play your system offline, it just won't work. So the monopoly that Nintendo eShop has, like Xbox.
I mean, that still sounds bad. Like, everything you're describing, it still sounds awful. Like,
I don't
the
know.
current state of game, the shit show.
I don't know.
Right? It doesn't matter if that's the status quo. It's a fucked status quo.
Okay, and buck the system, buck the trends, do whatever damage y'all can do, fucking try and burn it down, but at the end of the day, it's not going to work, and I'm saying here and now, it's not going to work. You are going to not get physical PlayStation games starting in 2028, and you're going to fucking, like, you either completely bow out, which I do not see people having the willpower to do. I am actively seeing. We went over the top most played games on PlayStation last week, and the two like glaring examples were the two Black Ops games that were only available digitally, and that you required PlayStation Plus to play online. So, like, at the end of the day, like, I bought Densha Attack. I'm going to buy Wolverine. We were talking about me getting into Marvel Tokon's Fighting Souls. I'm going to play GTA. But at no point am I sitting here acting high and mighty and pretending like I'm canceling my PlayStation Plus. Like, fuck PlayStation. Like, no. At the end of the day, people are talking a lot of shit and won't back it the fuck up. And that's what I'm tired of. Because because the thing is, PlayStation just had its quarterly earnings. We're probably not going to find out any more information on the actual impact of any of these things in concrete numbers until like November, which means you have to hold steady for several months. And I already see the people wavering, the people the people bending to. So that's the thing. Like, I'm all digital. I'll deal with the problems of being all digital, but I'm having less of a hard time than physical gamers are having. And I feel like a lot of the people that are bitching and moaning haven't bought a physical game in several years. Haven't, like, even if you're, and that's the other thing, Chris, you said they control the monopoly on the pricing. There will still be digital codes. So that is something that third-party publishers, yes, third-party
like,
publishers.
What makes you think that they won't just say, you know what, fuck it, you can only buy this shit from us? Because they have the option to do that.
Because the people that are ball and gun gamers who aren't going on the even though the numbers on those games are skewing more and more digital every single year, just like every other game is, and core games are skewing faster than those more casual games towards digital, but we're going to ignore that statistic for now. Ball and gun gamers are still going to want to go to Best Buy and pick up 2K at the midnight launch, and going post 2028, that's going to just be a code in the box, which is going to get them more used to interacting with the PlayStation Network, which is going to skew it even more digital year over year. Like, so, yeah, that's 2K is not going to cut off its physical like store presence. That's why GTA is still going to be coming out as a code in a box because 2K is not going 2K, EA, Ubisoft, none of these games are going to completely cut off their physical store presence. Even though they won't be able to manufacture discs, they're going to sell you a box with a code in it. And then, so that still counts as a digital sale, but even if you want to count it as a physical sale, next year when it's time to play 2K and they are like, oh, I can get 3 days early access and play it at midnight and get bonus VC for just buying it directly from the PlayStation Store, I'm going to do that next year and save myself a trip to Best Buy. So, like, you're a core gamer, Madrid. I get your argument. All of us are core gamers on this podcast. I just feel like I'm the one that it's been heading digital. And, you know, we've been heading digital. I'm cool being digital. I will continue to be digital. Like, I've been digital for a decade. It's fine. It is completely fine.
I just think people should be able to do what works for them,
Right.
and what they enjoy to do. And it just sucks that what some people enjoy to do, or some people's only options, is getting fucking sledgehammered to the knee, you know. And I don't fuck with that, you know. And like I said, all this shit is emblematic of the times that we're in, right? Which is frustrating because this is a hobby. This is a getaway for so many people from from the type of situation that we have to be in, and it just shines a mirror to it, you know. And it sucks.
And gaming's a luxury hobby. Like, that's one of the things. At the end of the day, the barrier to entry, even on PC, is going up every single day. The barrier of entry, because like that's the thing, we all have systems. We all, like, for the most part, have our hardware down pat and are like set to endure like current market conditions that weren't market conditions when we got our hardware in the first place. But that barrier to entry is going to continue to rise for the foreseeable future. Like, legitimately, I'm to the point that my PC isn't running modern shit. Even certain lightweight modern games are struggling on my particular setup. And then my fucking Steam Deck at this point has now crashed twice during updates, and I've had to just lose everything on my system. Like, thankfully Steam has a unified account system and I can re-download it, but the things that are outside of Steam's purview that like I was using my Steam Deck for are just getting completely wiped arbitrarily.
It's so weird that you're going through this issue.
The first time I had a game open, I should have closed the game beforehand. It's still like you should still be able to restart especially a PC with the application open and it not fucking corrupt your entire database.
I mean, I do that with mine all the fucking time.
And
that's
like,
it seems like it's yours specific. Because I have zero issues with the Steam Deck. I use it daily. I downloaded everything that you have on your Steam Deck. I have it.
I don't know. It's but I've had like that's the thing. A lot of people are gonna like claim they're jumping the Steam for some virtuous like end, but you're still gonna be paying these inflated like barrier of entry prices because like and the Steam machine
sucks right now. Everything sucks.
Everything
all electronics sucks. They talk about the next generation of PlayStation and Xbox. That's gonna suck.
It's
Like,
gonna
get the fuck
bad.
out of my face.
I'm gonna
wholly
buy a
uninterested.
PS6. Like that's the thing. I'm
And
wholly.
you're gonna
uninterested.
drop a fucking whole mortgage on that damn
It's
thing.
I'm gonna
gonna be a
drop.
mortgage instead of being
I'm
like
gonna.
six. It's gonna be a mortgage. You're gonna have to pay.
I'll
They're gonna
drop
ask for
it.
your
It's yeah,
house.
it's
They're
you're
gonna
gonna have
ask
to
for your
pay in
house.
parts
No,
only.
I will
Or you're
gladly
gonna be
drop.
financing it.
I will gladly drop a band on a PS6
It's
in the
gonna
next
be
couple years.
Good luck.
band and a half.
Good luck.
I'll
A band
gladly.
is being generous.
All right. Well,
And my thing is like, what the fuck is this system gonna do so that's gonna make it worth it? That's my thing.
Inflated
That's,
Well,
prices.
that's where I'm at with
Never
it.
gonna be worth it. It's just like inflated
honestly-
prices because AI is gonna try and squeeze everyone into bankruptcy. So we'll be forced to give it the
Ew.
sum total of human creativity forever.
Ew, it's like everything's
What
just
is that?
dealing with the enshittification caused
What-
by
what-
AI and corporate greed. Like I can't like the creative outlet is being hindered because people feel like they have to make things so high fidelity and like super ultra detailed and shit. Games are taking longer to make if they even fucking come out.
Yeah.
I don't see the point of it, right? And we like even with the PS5, we got it like off the premise that this generation is about to be game changing, and I mean it was cool, but like I still look at the PS4 more fondly. This is kind of just more of the same. Like the main reason I got a PS5 was to play Final Fantasy 14, which I was already playing.
I mean, I think we got the PS5 because the PS4 was such a great generation that we were like, yeah, PS5 is going to be great, and then it has been
It's
more or
just
less mediocre.
kind of. I mean, this whole.
I mean, the whole generation itself has just.
Yeah, it's not even.
That's
just
not
a PS5
PlayStation.
issue.
It's I mean, Xbox. That's just a long trend by now, and then Nintendo. I mean, they come out with small bangers here and there, but still, it's the same.
Yeah. So I mean, game direction as a whole is just going down. You know, but yeah.
If you're looking for the highest tier graphical stuff, the AAA games, yeah, life sucks. But if you're willing to, try out new
Capcom
things, there's
games.
a world of, and Capcom, but there's a world of shit out there that's just really, really good.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
Even
If you need something fun to play, Madrid, go through that fucking Steam family plan of ours, because fuck.
did you try
No,
Game Hub?
I'm fine. I got stuff that I can play. I'm just saying. If I looked at me that saw the PS5 get announced, and I thought about all the cool, crazy, amazing things that could happen, and I flash forward to me today, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck?
That's valid.
What the fuck? And it's not necessarily an issue with the box. It's just it's an issue with the state of things, right? And I don't see where a new box is going to improve a worsening situation. It's just going to be more money for less.
A new baby won't save the marriage.
More hurdles, more bullshit, more subscriptions, higher prices. It's just going to be awful.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the whole hobby as a whole like, yo, we got these backlogs, you know?
Shit.
Yeah, and I mean,
Might just be where I'm at with it.
that's the
for the
thing.
foreseeable
Honestly.
future.
Going
This is a good
forward-
time to go through the backlog. Do the backlogs.
Yeah, and I mean, going forward is going to become more and more of a boutique thing, but I feel like gaming, like, started as a boutique hobby. Like,
It did.
and so, like, it has gotten, like, the funnel has opened wider and wider
Yeah,
and
but-
wider over time,
Right,
like,
right.
going from the 80s.
There are these magical things called arcades,
Yeah.
right? That used to be plentiful and affordable to go to.
Shit. I mean, the way PlayStation 2 really innovated and made your DVD player a bomb-ass game system changed the whole thing.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing. Like I feel like we've gone through the golden era of gaming, And now, like, we're getting back to a point where it's getting to be more of a boutique thing, but just in my, like, I do a gaming podcast. I play video games legitimately, I'd say 90% of the days out of the year. Like, if I'm not at home or if I'm too tired or whatever, I at least try and play something almost every single day to get my money's worth out of the hardware that I already have and the games that I'm, like, investing in. And not even in, let's not even call it investing in games. The games that I am buying to.
Enjoy.
Right. Like, and it. That's the thing. It is in a certain way good that it's becoming more boutique for just, like, that's the thing. Like I said, I'm probably going to get a PS6 launch day. And yeah,
I mean, you and plenty of other people who are.
right, it's going to sell out day one. And the same way the Steam machine sold out day one, despite the Astro. There were excuses. That's the thing. Even the most expensive 2 terabyte with a controller sold out the day pre-orders were available. And so PlayStation's going to continue to sell out, and it'll, like, the market's going to continue to more and more favor gamers like me. And so for me, like, that's not that big of a issue. Like, as it stands, I'm, for the most part, playing games that only I'm playing by myself, even if they're multiplayer things. Like, I'm finding communities within the games that I'm playing. So, like, on a personal, like, me and my gaming life and how the industry sucks right now, but I have my hardware. I, like, buying a PS5 Pro right now is not worth it, but it definitely was for me when I did. And now having a PS5 Pro being, like, this hallmark centerpiece of my desk, the piece of gaming hardware that is getting used daily, like my Switch 2. I know Pokemon Winter Waves is coming. I'm sure there's something else I want to play. Duskbloods. I'm so glad I got my Switch 2 before Duskbloods came out, because I know I'm going to want to play that. And it's going to go up. Yeah, it's going to go up in price.
Yeah.
Around that time. I think actually before the Switch 2, before Duskbloods drops, the Switch 2 goes up in price.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we can also say that there are moments where we're playing a game where it's indie, AAA, and anything in between, and then say you're enjoying it and having a time. I think you can also say, without having to say all that the industry is not in a good place.
Yeah,
And you
the
can stop
world's
there.
not in a good
You
place.
can want, if you love gaming and you appreciate the hobby for what it is, you can say I want better for the industry in itself, without having to say I love gaming first and foremost. All that, I think you can go, the industry's in a bad place. I don't like where it's heading. We would really want some change. I can't make change by myself. Most people are just going to, I mean, act the way that you're kind of saying, and not everybody is going to sit here and try to make change and try to do better and try to make these companies do right, because as you can tell, phone companies have been doing it, streaming companies have been doing it longer. Like, every company has just gotten worse and worse, and we're just going to end up in the watch the movie, what is it, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. We're pretty much just going to end up there, and it's
We're going to be
pretty,
in, like, The Purge soon enough. So, like, we're going to have bigger issues
I mean,
in video games.
yeah, but I feel like you can love the hobby, but you can also want it to be better, and it's okay to say that.
Yeah. The root of what I am tired of is people who who are talking shit, who are talking the talk, but aren't gonna walk the walk.
I think,
And I
Anton,
see.
you probably just you're getting social media fatigue. Ultimately, that's what it's boiling down to for me. Because I get that. Like you see enough of it could be an argument that you even fucking agreed with, but you get sick of fucking seeing it, hearing it because the algorithm feeds it to you, right? You're interested in games, you follow a lot of gaming accounts, gaming podcasts, everything. They're gonna filter that shit on you, and it's gonna piss you off, right? You're gonna get sick of it,
Yeah, well,
right?
I
Yeah.
am being
There's
manipulated by
people that are
algorithm.
that will be grifting. There's people who don't know anything about it, but they're gonna get upset. And honestly, it doesn't fucking matter, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter. But I think people are valid in being critical of these things, being upset about it, pointing the shit out, trying to raise awareness. Because look, you can look at the ball and gun gamers; they don't know shit about fuck, right?
But they are
They
a
need
huge
to be able to
portion
hear these
of
things.
the revenue moving through the industry. Like that's the one thing they get discounted about, like their ignorance of like the broader picture of things. But at the end of the day,
Right.
their spending habits are
Yeah, they're fucking whales. They
they
go
are
buy the thing that they
fucking
want.
right.
They're whales, however, they're not buying shit consistently. They're buying these
They are.
couple of releases that come out each year, right? That's why they want to have a Call of Duty every year. That's why they want to keep dropping new fucking battle passes and shit. They want to find new VC. They put new sneakers in the game. Just anything that they can do to like get a higher attach rate and squeeze more money out of you.
Yeah.
However, like games themselves that they're buying, the four games that are out right now or are up for pre-order right now: GTA, FIFA 2027, 2K 2027, the new Call of Duty.
College football, Madden.
Yeah.
Those are probably right under there, but those were the top four most pre-ordered games that are out right now.
I want to look at that because I know. Oh well, NCAA football is already out because I know looking at the monthly
That's
charts for
out.
last month, uh, the most top pre-ordered thing was the NCAA Madden bundle. That was the actually no, that was the highest thing below the GTA 6 Ultimate Edition as far as
Jesus.
pre-orders went, but also
You
NCAA.
said you said this was last month?
Yes,
Yeah, that makes sense.
look
It's
up.
June. People are getting they're missing football.
Yeah, well, they'll get it in a couple weeks.
Actually. Yeah.
And I'm
Okay,
looking forward to it.
I'm on the Circana
Oh,
website.
yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, this is existing games.
Hmm.
007 First Light, Forza Horizon 6, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, Subnautica 2, Tamagotchi Life, MLB The Show, Crimson Desert, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, Black Ops 7, and Mario Kart World.
Hmm.
So, I wish Circana weren't a fucking $1 trillion to get like the actual granular data. It's like actually thousands of dollars for a subscription to Circana, but they give you down to the
Jesus.
unit sale, like down to the somebody found an old ass copy of fucking Paper Mario for the GameCube and sold it through GameStop, and that gets counted in that. So yeah, they. So yeah, Matt Piscatella. But we were talking about PSN being down and that being due to Amazon Web Services going into the Marvel Tokon beta. Tonight at midnight, Halo Campaign Evolve drops on Game Pass / people who didn't want to buy the deluxe edition, which I got it because I wanted the stuff in the deluxe edition. I played it a
Hmm.
couple times over the 5 days early access that I got along with that, but that was not the thing driving me to get that edition.
Yeah.
Um, but Xbox Live has been down the majority of today
Mm.
as the game is rolling out across the globe. So, but that's a DDoS attack. What I will say, early thoughts on Halo. It feels really weird. It feels really Unreal Engine-y. And like
Okay.
Halo has not ever felt Unreal Engine-y before because it's never been on Unreal Engine.
Hmm.
Um, it's less jarring on Gears because Gears like has
Yeah.
always been Unreal Engine and it's just kind of like a progression of the same technology. But
Hmm.
and you'll see it when you get a chance to check it out, Chris. And
Hmm.
Madrid, I don't know if you're going to be engaging with Halo or.
I'm just not very enthused. You know.
Yeah.
Um, I'm at this point. I'm more so just waiting on sales for any. Not even waiting on sales. Like if I see it on sale and I'm in the mood, then I'll swing on it. That's where I'm at with video games right now.
It's
Like
valid.
Tokens is probably the only thing I was considering full price, but even that I could see myself just not getting it for a while. It really just depends.
Yeah, this
You know.
is one of the staples I'm going to want to have installed at all times. Like, it'll probably
Hmm.
take the Street Fighter 6 spot of, like, the fighting game that's pinned to my home until Tifa drops, and then I gotta go. I gotta pop back over to Street Fighter for that. Um, but yeah, early Halo thoughts. I wish there were a multiplayer coming down the pipe, but with the Xbox layoffs, they can't. There have been two Halo multiplayer projects that would have been multi-platform that have been canceled by Microsoft in the time span between Halo Infinite and Halo Campaign Evolved, and so that fucking sucks. Um, I do look forward to playing it co-op because there's a surprising amount of this game that I just kind of forgot. Like the early, like I remember being on the Pillar of Autumn, but then like
Hmm.
that first like open area where they let you off the ship, what I
Hmm.
thought I was supposed to be doing was not what I was supposed to be doing. So I actually did find a bug in the game that kind of soft locked me. Um,
Oh.
there was a ship that was taking off to like exfil like Marines, and I jumped on the ship, and the ship like carried me to like the bounds of the map. But the bounds of the map, because I was so high up, I kept falling and dying, and restarting checkpoint just put me right back to the falling and dying. So I eventually like kind of like jumped down the geometry of the level and got back to it. But
That's funny.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this game feels playing with other people, because like for the
Hmm.
most part, Halo games to me are co-op games,
Yeah.
and
It's a
so
solid couch co-op. I mean, now online co-op.
it doesn't have couch.
I'm sure. Yeah, it does have couch, but online and couch co-op.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see like now that it's going to be on Game Pass, and I could see a lot more people hopping in that didn't do the early access. That's really what I'm waiting for. I intend on playing through it at least twice.
Hmm.
Um, one of the interesting things though is it prompts you to log into your Xbox Live when you boot up the game, the same
Hmm.
way Gears did, the same way I'm sure a lot. Because the only Microsoft games that I've played on PlayStation thus far have been Hi-Fi Rush, which is single player, so that didn't do anything.
Hmm.
Gears, which had you log in, but I haven't earned any trophies in it yet, so I don't know if it does this. and Halo, which I have gotten some trophies in, but also my phone started going crazy. I'm like, what the fuck is going on Xbox? Turns out, as I popped the trophies on the PlayStation version on my PlayStation, my Xbox account was also getting the achievements for me playing this game on my
That's pretty
PlayStation.
sick.
Yeah, so that was cool. That was like a fun, like,
For one.
yeah. Like, I always love, like, when my progress goes somewhere else and, like,
Mm-hmm.
accounts for my accomplishments. So, like, Marathon, I have 100% of the PlayStation trophies, Steam achievements, and Xbox achievements. If I end up platinuming this game, it'll be good to know that I will also have it 100%ed on my Xbox profile, even though that is losing relevance by the fucking day. Like, which, to talk more about Xbox, this past week they introduced backwards compatibility on PC. It's
Mm-hmm.
now in beta. They brought 4 games: Fusion Frenzy, Blink's Time Sweeper, Crimson Skies, Skies of Arcadia, something Skies, and another game. And that's one of the things where my PC yelled at me this week, because those are available on every tier of Game Pass, including the Game Pass starter tier that I have through Discord Nitro. And it's like, you need Windows 11 to play this. I'm like, fuck you, god damn it. I wanted to test out an OG Xbox game on my PC.
It's Conquer Live and Reloaded.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that the horny squirrel?
Yep.
But it's
Good
developed by
lord.
Rare, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's an entire song about shit.
I wouldn't have been. I would have played Fusion Frenzy or Blink's Time Sweeper.
Played the fuck out of Fusion Frenzy. Or maybe at least the demo.
Yeah, that was a demo game, but it's on all tiers of Game Pass. If you have a Windows 11 PC, you can play it on PC. If you have an Xbox One through Series X, you can also play it. It's on just every tier of Game Pass. So
Nice. Cool.
it is cool to see Xbox doing backwards compatibility on PC, because that's one of the things that with this whole Project Helix, like pushing more towards just like your PC being your Xbox. That was something that was the main concern for me personally. Was, yeah, your Play Anywhere games work, and yeah, your first party games work, but what happens with my Xbox 360 copy of Skate? What happens with my, like, because I can play all the, what happens to my Xbox 360 copy of Final Fantasy 13? Because I can play all these things on the Xbox ecosystem, but on PC, my best bet is streaming, which at the end of the day, like, is not going to live up to running them natively on your hardware. And so this is a
Yeah.
step in the right direction for Xbox. Does not excuse all the bullshit they've been doing, and like all the 1,600 layoffs that have already happened this year and 1,600 more that they have announced for the next year. It doesn't, like, but just on the platform side of Xbox, this is something that for a long time I didn't think they were going to do, and I'm glad that they are doing. And while right now it's only 4 games, this is a thing that I could see going forward being a good thing. Just
Yeah.
instead of needing to run a OG Xbox emulator on your PC, you now officially can play Fusion Frenzy and Blink's Time Sweeper. What was the Skies game? Did you have that upgrade? Crimson Skies,
Yeah,
Skies of
it's
Arcadia.
yeah, yes, Crimson Skies, High Road to Revenge, and then Conquers Live and Reloaded.
Okay.
So those are the 4.
And Jet Set Radio Future,
Wait, you
please.
said yours can't play it?
No, I went on the Xbox app on my PC, logged in with my account that has Game Pass Starter Edition, and it shows it in my library. But when I try and play it, it says minimum system requirements Windows 11.
Oh, damn. I was about to say, you have a 1070 Ti. You should be able to run them.
Nope, that OS line right there. Like, yes,
God bless.
my PC should be able to run OG Xbox games as a PC that was
That is a bummer.
yeah with post 2000 hardware, but yeah, that OS line of the system requirements is really butt fucking me on that.
Gotta love Microsoft fucking you over.
Yeah, it'll do it.
But yeah, remind me after this to talk to y'all about what I might be doing as far as the PC goes in the near future. Okay. While we're on Bungie shooters, Marathon Vault Breakers came out, the experimental PvE mode, and it's really good. Like, they took the best map in the game, Cryo Archives, and they took all the bullshit out, i.e., other players that are just there to ruin your day. And, like, it's still challenging. There are still a shit ton of, like, raid-like mechanics. It is still, like, all of the things that are, like, special about that map stay intact, and it just completely removes the PvP element, which is the worst element of that map in particular. And it looks like Season 3, they're going to have a more dedicated thing. Like, this is just the experiment. This is just to test it out. In certain ways, it feels underbaked. But it got me back on Marathon and playing a significant chunk of hours. I've played more in the past week of Marathon than I've played this season. Just judging by, like, my account level progress.
Yeah.
Like, early on this season, like, I hopped in, tried out Night March, tried out a few different things, like, played a couple of small little sessions with you guys over the span of the game. But my Marathon group chat in the Discord has been fucking dead. Like, I hadn't been hopping on Marathon. I did hop on to buy that triage skin because that shit goes crazy. I love that triage skin. He got, like, almost zero love in the skin department the entire first season of this game. And they put out a skin that was like...
Which one's triage?
The healer.
The black one?
Yeah, I think it's...
I mean, I know he's blue, but...
He has an island accent, to be, yeah, but I'm not sure, though. Because the voice cast on this game is actually good. Like, that's one of the... You could tell they spent some of that Sony money on the voice cast for Marathon, but... And when the main competition, Arc Raiders, uses AI voices, like, it's just kind of one of those things that makes this, like, quality product feel even more quality.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Vault Breakers is out. Only going to be out till the 4th of August, so we have less than a week left on it as of recording. It had a huge boost of players. It tripled its player numbers from right before Vault Breakers launch, but it's in rapid decline. Like, people got in, tested it out, was like, okay, cool, and dipped. I'm enjoying playing Cryo Archive like a roguelike. Like, that is one of the things, like, that's essentially what they did, is it just made Cryo Archive a roguelike. Every time you drop in, you get either Vault 1 or 2 key, depending on, like, your upgrades that you got in between runs. It'll then, like, when you complete Vault 1 or 2, you either get the Vault 3 or 5 key, and then when you finish that, you either get the Vault 4 or 6 key, and then you can go onto the compiler every time you're extracting like things to upgrade your sponsored kit, because you can only go in there with the sponsored kit. And so over the first 2 runs that I did it, I was able to get the green shield. So now I'm starting off every run with the green shield and the green backpack. My next goal is the blue backpack, and then I'll need to start hitting tier 2 stuff to get, because I've only done, every time I've gone in thus far, I've been able to do a vault and extract with the stuff from that vault. So I did Vault 2 twice and Vault 1 once. But I've yet to get to like a second tier vault, just because I've been solo filling into squad lobbies and just talking to people, being like, hey, we in cryo. I have a decent amount of game knowledge as far as map knowledge goes, but yeah, it's good. Does it justify people buying the game for $40? No. Will the PvE in Season 3 be worth it? Still unclear. Hopefully they do another free week.
Season 3?
Huh? Yeah.
Will there be a Season 3?
Yeah, they've been working on Season 3 long enough. Like, I feel like Season 3 is done. Just because we're already midway through season, like the mid-season of Season 2. And so this is the point in Season 1 where we started getting concrete details about Season 2. And so I feel like it'll at least come out. Will it survive through the season? Doubtful, but I do feel confident that Season 3 is going to come out in early September. Either last week of August or first week of September, Season 3 will drop. And I'm only like 3 unlocks from finishing this season's Battle Pass, just off of like they boosted the hell out of progression this season, like just to try and retain players. And so, like, me dropping back in after all of these, like, experience changes, I've been leveling up like crazy. And so I'm only missing 2 or 3 things off the Battle Pass. And so I'm going to finish those, and then I'll be back completely off until Season 3 comes out. And we'll see if we make it through Season 3. I got my platinum before Season 1 ended, so I'm good. I still like the game. I still feel like High Guard and Concord kind of like put it in a fucked up landscape. Sony shouldn't have bought Bungie. We'll see what Gummy Bears ends up being, but that's the crazy thing. Sony bought Bungie. Bungie had 3 projects going: Gummy Bears, Destiny 2, and Marathon. Destiny 2 kind of ran its course. Marathon is doing what Marathon's doing, not well. And Gummy Bears, Sony just was like, yeah, we're going to take that. So, we don't know what it is yet. Sounds like it's going to be a MOBA. Unsure of how well that's going to work in 2027 and beyond, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I don't know. Bungie's going to be gone soon. Fucking sucks to suck. Like, they've made some of my favorite games of all time. They made my favorite game of this year thus far, and it just sucks to see how it's going.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, I'm guessing you put Forza Horizon 6 on
Yeah. We don't have to talk about it because we've been going kind of long. We can just do the Final Fantasy Fan Fest.
Okay. Final Fantasy Fan Fest. We got the full trailer for. Wait, I was gonna say don't bold it, delete it, so I'm not fucking up the note.
Yeah.
Um, Fan Fest. We got the new tank class announced. It's the double shields with guns on them. Looks
Yeah.
great.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
we're gonna find out the
Okay.
range DPS at the next Fan Fest. I think it's Japan. We got the full Evercold like trailer, like because we had like the teaser version before. We got the full thing. I'm really excited for this. January, like that is my January game is Evercold.
Oh, it's in
Mhm.
January.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
27th,
Hell
I
yeah.
want to say. End of January is when. But we've known the date since the teaser trailer.
Yeah.
What's the over under on it being actually cold that day? The day it comes out.
Mm.
Georgia, January 27th.
Could be cold.
It won't
Could be
be
hot,
the.
too.
Could be hot.
It's not the. It's not gonna be the coldest day of winter.
It
Because
could be both.
that usually comes in March.
It could start off really cold, get kind of hot, and then get really cold again.
Yep. When they freeze the sweat, that's when you're really fucked.
Yeah. Get you nice and sick too, so you can call out.
Yes, 14 is the game I want to call out for. Fuck GTA 6.
Right.
But yeah, they announced that the Alliance normal one of the raids is going to be Final Fantasy VII. So they broke glass in case of emergency, and are doing the Final Fantasy VII thing in 14. So
Mm.
yeah, it's been like y'all have been like keeping that in your back pocket until shit was really dire, and I guess Dawn Trail, post Dawn Trail is where it got dire enough to. They're making a lot of changes to the Savage Raid system because of the low completion percentage. Like they want more people to be doing more higher end content, so they're
Mm.
doing more with that. The Dragon people are finally getting the ability to customize their horns, so that's going to be a thing coming in the
Good
expansion.
for them.
The
I think
dragon.
they're the
People.
aura.
Yeah. The dragon people.
They're dragon people. My character's been a bunny
really
girl.
understand your dragon folk and all your goddamn pronouns and letters.
I played a dragon for a while.
I
For a
know.
while. Then I went back to thick and muscles. Because thick and muscles.
My bunny girl's gonna stay a bunny girl, like until they introduce
Chris is still a
something.
cat boy.
Huh?
No, I became a boring ass human a while ago.
Oh yeah, Chris.
Why? I thought you were an elf man. What?
No, Chris is a cat dude, and then became a.
I was a cat dude. I wanted to make me.
I think I can make. Well, let me rephrase that. I think Angelina could make a really good bunny boy of me in the game. Because I showed
Yeah,
her.
I gotta do.
I showed her something random in Monster Hunter, and she's like, "Wow, your character looks like you." I'm like, "Yeah, because you made it."
Yeah, I need another Fantasia potion because that's the old me. I had long hair.
Yeah, I'm still sitting on one Fantasia. I don't know if I'm gonna use it. I might. I really like my character though.
Yeah, I mean, if you
I've
like
made
your character,
pop-ups.
you don't need it. Like, by the end of Realm
Yeah.
Reborn, I
Pop-ups
was
is what
like,
I
get
would
me
do.
out of this cat girl body and put me into a bunny girl body. Been happy ever since. And being able to change your hairstyle without using a Fantasia has been great.
This trailer goes hard.
Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, yeah, it does. We are so
I haven't
fucking
watched
back.
it. I haven't watched
Holy
the trailer
shit.
yet.
We are so fucking back. I'm glad I'm like not the. I'm in post. Yep. Did he do the thing? Did he job change?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're so fucking back.
Oh, damn. I was about to ask what he job changed into, but I'll just watch it.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you just
That'll be our required reading before next episode. So watch the Evercold trailer.
You got to do your homework.
All right. Well, yeah, there was something else I was going to touch on briefly, but I forgot what it was and I didn't put it in the notes. So, does anybody have one more thing before we wrap? All right. Well, remember, you can follow us all collectively around the internet, CheesyControllerPodcast.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Anton6, followed by 2 X's. Chris, where can people find you?
You can find me at Chef and Chris on Blue Sky. I randomly say things about One Piece sometimes.
Madrid, where can people find you?
You can also find me on Blue Sky, Frank.motion.
All right. Jalen?
Squid Bishop on the internet.
All right, this has been an Anton 6 production. The video version is edited by Chris. The audio version is edited by Akuma Sandi. The descriptions are written by ChatGPT, and the titles are written by me. Tried to do that in one breath, didn't work. Until next time, keep it cheesy. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 398 of the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the Mecha Stardew Valley, Chris Montalbano.
What's going on, everyone?
We got the Ray Trace Turek Madrid Devon.
We're back at it.
And we got the most degenerate squid in the sea, Jalen Roberts.
Keep your opinions off the internet.
We got a jam-packed episode for you guys of putting our opinions on the internet. We're going to be talking about the Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls beta. We're going to be talking about the PSN and Xbox Live outages, and as well as the PlayStation Blackout boycott. We're going to be talking about Halo Campaign Evolved, Marathon's Vault Breaker mode, and the new trailer for Final Fantasy XIV, Evercold. Okay, stopping the recording. Gonna hit the raid over on Twitch.
Hot bat summer.
That's from like last week.
I'm just now seeing it. Is that Frank?
Is Frank the dog?
Frank the dog from Men in Black?
Oh. Angelina and I were talking about if we're ever getting another Frank Ocean album, and I was like, I don't think so.
Not after his, what was it?
Brother died.
Brother died, and he sat and watched that car burn forever. Like, yeah, no, we ain't getting shit.
No.
Okay, it's rated Sonic.
And that's
Fox.
okay.